Hey, what's going on, guys? Chad here. I made a video last night that got pretty lengthy, like 10 minutes, and I wasn't sure if I wanted to post it, but I watched it this morning and I'm like, yeah, I do want to share it. But it is long, so I'm recording this after the fact to give you a quick recap up front to see if you even want to watch this. Basically, I've been gone from YouTube here for like 3 weeks or so. I've had a couple people reach out to me to see if I'm okay, and the short answer to that is yes. But in this video, I go a little bit into why I've been in my absence and give you a little bit of an update for the channel. I've been having some burnout, some recording frustrations, and some real life depression has been kicking in. So that's the first couple minutes of the video. And then for the rest of the video, I talk about mental health and some mental health awareness. Mental health awareness is something that's important to me. I'm a big advocate for it. And spoiler, I've shared this before, but I'll share it again. I live with bipolar 1 disorder, and I discussed that a little bit. So if you struggle with mental health now, or you have, this video is for you. And other than that, if you cut out now or later, thank you guys for the support. We hit 250 subscribers. It's unbelievable. Love you guys so much. And I'm going to get back to watching all your guys' videos, and I'm going to start making some videos of my own. So, all right, guys. Hope you guys like the video if you check it out. If not, all good, and I'll see you in the next one. All right, thanks, guys. Peace. Hey, what's going on, guys? Chad here. Hope everyone's doing well. I just want to jump on and make this video as I have been missing in action here for the past about 3 weeks. I've been MIA. I haven't posted any videos, nor have I been watching any YouTube whatsoever. And for me, that's been quite a while. A couple weeks in the span of time isn't a long time. But for me, being active on YouTube, it has been. I've been running my channel now for a little bit over a year. And I know a lot of you have been running your channels a lot longer, but for me, I've been very active during that year, a video almost every week, sometimes 2, never really going longer than 2. So this little drought for me has definitely been the longest. And some people have been noticing because here in the past couple of days, I've had a small handful of people reach out to me, asking me how I'm doing. And it wasn't like, hey, Chad, where's the music? It was like, hey, Chad, how are you doing? Like kind of looking out for me. And man, I appreciate that so much. I want to thank you guys. I already thanked you, but I want to thank you again. Very, very cool that some people did that. And to be completely honest, outside of YouTube and in life, I've been struggling a little bit. I've been having some struggles with some stuff going on. So I actually have been down. And having some of those people reach out actually helped lift me back up. And I think I'm kind of back in a good place again. So with that all being said, I kind of wanted to make this video, and we'll call it a channel update video, and I want to do a couple of things. But first off, I just want to let everyone know that I am doing okay overall. I think I just had some burnout. I've been doing this for a year. Very active, and keeping up with all the songs and learning songs and recording. Recording can be so tough, man. I'll learn a song, I go to record it, and then I just forget how to play. So it could, as much as I love this, man, can it get so much frustrating at the same time. So I've had some frustration and burnout. Right before this break, I tried to do some a little bit more difficult songs. I want to get my drumming better, and there's some really cool songs that I want to share so bad. I had like 4 or 5 songs that I learned, and I just can't get them recorded. So got super frustrated. So again, that with some burnout, I'm like, man, I need to take a break. So that's kind of some of the main reasons why I've been off. And then the other thing, like I did mention, I've been feeling a little bit down and out in life. You know, life can be difficult. And just had a couple weeks where I was feeling a little bit down. I'll go ahead and share a little bit of stuff here. I shared about a year ago, it's been a long time, but in one of my earlier videos, I shared that I am someone who has struggled with mental health his entire life, and someone who still struggles, and both those things are still true. And in this video, I just want to share a little bit more about myself, as mental health is something that's very important to me and something that I'm a big advocate for. And I told myself if I ever had any kind of following here on YouTube, that I wanted to interject some mental health awareness into it. Somehow we managed to hit 250 subscribers. Absolutely crazy. Thank you guys for all that. I'll give a quick thanks to anyone who has supported my channel in any way. If you've left a like, comment, or subscription, that's cool. I remember when I was like 7 people, the goal was 100. Somehow we just broke 250, quarter of the way to 1,000. So that's cool. We'll see what we can do. But I want to thank all you guys real quick. With that, though, like I just said, if I had any kind of following, I wanted to interject some mental health awareness into the channel. So I'll do a little bit of that now. So I am someone who has struggled with mental health and someone who still does. I've shared this before, but I'll go ahead and share again. I'm not ashamed. I'm not embarrassed. I'm an open book. But probably the biggest reason why I am a big advocate is that I'm someone that lives with bipolar 1 disorder. It's a very nasty illness that, you get really high highs and you get really low lows. And it's something that I live with and something that I'll always live with. I got diagnosed 5 years ago at the age of 40. And looking back, I lived 20 years undiagnosed, which explains a lot. Once I learned I had bipolar disorder, I was like, man, that explained a lot of what happened in the 20 previous years. I always kind of knew something was wrong with me. I just never knew what, but now everything makes sense. So 5 years ago, I got diagnosed, and that's one of the worst things about bipolar disorder. It takes a long time to diagnose because you always see the lows in people, and it's hard to see the manic side, where people hit low mania, hypomania, or even mania. You just see people down, and then it looks like they're getting in a good mood. But over time, when they they keep an eye on those ups and downs and see a pattern over time, then they're able to diagnose bipolar disorder. They say 8 years. It took me 20. And that's scary because a lot of lives are lost to this illness. And I think mainly because people don't know they have it. And even when they do, it's very, very, very hard to live with. Like I said, 5 years ago, I got diagnosed. I think it's a progressive illness. At least for me, it was. At that point, I hit a period where I didn't sleep for 6 days. If you guys want to hear a story, I can make a video, tell you about my first time going into full-blown mania. I didn't sleep for 6 days. I was hallucinating, seeing stuff. That's actually a symptom of bipolar 1. And I think that has to do with not sleeping as well as the illness. I don't know, but I saw some stuff, man, that was so real. I'll never forget it. Yeah, I'll never forget it. That's a story for another day. But I didn't sleep for 6 days, which it just breaks you down. My mind was all busted up. I couldn't think. I couldn't talk. And my body was dead tired, but my brain was just wired. And it was so physically draining and painful. I can't even explain it. Somehow, a very good friend of mine called up my dad. They got me into a hospital. I went into a crisis center. Scariest thing of my life. I was in that condition, and I just couldn't think properly anyway, but I had to sign myself in, and that was hard in that state of mind. I was crying for like 4 hours in the intake room as I was discussing with the person what was going on, and I was so afraid to sign myself in because I thought my brain was melting, and I thought I was going to go in this place and never come out, like one flew over the cuckoo's nest type deal. And I never thought I was going to see my wife or kids again, who I love so much, because I thought I was never going to come out. That being said, they were the ones that gave me the strength to do what I had to do, because somehow I made some sense of, if I'm like this and I am going to be like this, I can't be around them right now. I need to go in. And yeah, man, that's what got me to sign in. And that week was the best week of my life because I got my diagnosis, started taking medicine, learned what I had, and then I started doing research on how to get better. And I am in a good place now. Still going to struggle. It's still tough. But bipolar disorder is definitely something that you can live with. Since being in the hospital for that first week, I had to go back 2 more weeks over the span of the next couple of years as I was going up and down on medicine. It was just so weird. The hardest part living undiagnosed and getting diagnosed is that I became a different person. I lost a lot of that manic energy is a good thing, and it feels good. It always crashes, but a lot of it feels good. Then all of a sudden I lost all that, and it took 2 years of adjusting to be like, all right, this is the way you're supposed to feel, if that even makes sense. So, yeah, I'm in a good place, and I'm doing well. Don't want this video to go on too long. It probably already has. If you stuck with me, thank you. And I just want to say, and I guess when I say I'm an advocate for mental health and I want to spread some awareness, the main thing I want to do is let people know they're not alone. It sounds so cheesy, it's cliche, but it is so, so true. since I got my diagnosis, I've talked to people about it. It's like everybody I've talked to struggles with mental health or has at some time in their life. Just like physical health, we all have mental health. You don't need to be diagnosed with an illness to struggle. Just getting into some light depression or having some anxiety, that's mental health. And if we don't take care of it, one thing that I like to say, if you don't take time to take care of your mental health, eventually you'll be forced to. That's what happened to me. So you're not alone. If you're struggling, it's okay to get help. The strongest thing I've ever done is cry and ask for help as a guy. And easily the hardest thing I've ever done. And, it's put me in a good place. So if you're struggling, don't be afraid. If you don't know what to do, just go to your doctor. Let them know you're struggling. If it's something that's becoming serious, they'll point you in the right direction. There's no shame in that. If something feels like an emergency, call 911 and just tell them what's going on and go get help, because there's help waiting to be had. You just need to be able to go out and get it. And there's absolutely no shame in doing that. And if you start progressing into some place that's bad, you can come back. So if you're struggling, or if you have, or you do in the future, think of me and know that you're not alone. And I can prove it, because you're looking at one guy right now who has struggled, and I'll continue to struggle. So with that all being said, I'm going to get back to the music. I got a bunch of stuff I got to do. I have been practicing a lot of bass and drums, just working on the skills of the instruments before I do some more recording. So I'm going to try to do some more recording. I'm going to get back to watching your guys' videos. I haven't been watching them in like 2 weeks. I'm going to try to catch up on some of that, so I'm going to do that. So with that being said, I'm going to make music. I'm going to watch you guys make music. And most of all, I guess the big message of this video is make sure you guys take care of yourselves. I love all you guys for all the support. I love watching you guys, and I care about you guys. So yeah, make sure you take care of yourselves. And with that, I will see you guys in the next video. All right, guys, thanks. Peace.